All right, joining us now to discuss all of the above that we just saw, Florida businessman, lawyer, and GOP strategist Ford O'Connell, and host of Money Talk with Melanie and member of the 21 Project, Melanie Collette. So, Ford, I will start with you. This looked like somebody rested and ready to tangle. And you know, it is in stark contrast. I'm sorry, but even people who might like President Biden, the energy level is completely different. There's a stark contrast going on here.
Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do believe that President Trump is going to run in 2024. And it's no secret why Joe Biden's numbers are underwater. In fact, he's underwater on every major issue, from COVID to Afghanistan to illegal immigration, because the American people don't believe that he's being honest with them. The best thing for President Trump has been Joe Biden's presidency, because it wakes up the American people to the reality not only of Joe Biden, but also of the fact that the Democrats are trying to turn America into a socialist country.
Yeah, Melanie, your thoughts on the rally, another successful rally, this time in Iowa this past weekend. They were saying that it was a record number of people for the Iowa fairgrounds.
It is so exciting to see President Trump. Anytime he makes an appearance and anytime he's done a rally, and if you've never been to a Trump rally and you get the opportunity to do it. He came here to Cape May County, where I live, and it was just fabulous, to Wildwood, New Jersey. But to see President Trump and just to see the stark difference between the president that we have in office now and the president that we used to have in President Trump, and hopefully we'll have again in 2024, it's just such a stark, complete difference. It's pretty clear that not only is President Biden being dishonest with us, but it's also clear that his administration is incompetent when you see all the things that are going on in the country. As Ford mentioned earlier, the border crisis, inflation, the jobs numbers are looking terrible, and it's no wonder that he is indeed underwater. But I think scarier than not agreeing with President Biden's agenda is that he may absolutely just be incompetent. And that's scary as far as our homeland security is concerned, and just a number of safety issues that we have with adversaries from around the world.
Let's take a look at this issue. Fox News recently made the decision to bring back the Decision Desk director, Arnon Mishkin, to cover the 2022 and 24 elections. This comes after, very notably, Mr. Mishkin made the early call of Arizona in the 2020 presidential election. That caused outrage amongst many viewers. Now, the argument for it would be, hey, turns out he was right. Although, was that just a flip of the coin as to whether he was right? Because there were a lot of questions as far as how this process went. I assume he didn't know all of that was going on. So are they right to bring him back?
Well, I think that call was extremely premature, particularly since at the time Fox News hadn't called Texas and Florida for President Trump, which he'd won handily. The key when it comes to election night prognostication is not being first. It's about being right. And essentially, ballot discrepancies aside, Joe Biden apparently only won Arizona by less than 1%. It seems to me that was a little questionable. And the fact that Arnon Mishkin is being brought back to Fox News should be music to the ears of the folks at Newsmax, because people are willing to trust Newsmax. Remember, Fox News was calling Arizona, and many other networks weren't calling it for days. So this is a good news for Newsmax more than anyone else.
Yeah, viewers are pretty outraged over it already. Also, curious as to what your reaction is to this. President Biden calling out Fox News, but for something different, for requiring vaccinations. Listen to this.
I always get a kick out of Fox News. Fox News requires vaccinations for all employees. Give me a break, Fox News.
Melanie?
I think it's incredible that he's going to actually, call out Fox News for requiring vaccinations, as if he's following in Fox News's footsteps in some kind of way. And I can guarantee you that for their big stars that are on Fox News, if they decided that they're not getting vaccinated, I'm sure they're going to allow them to not be vaccinated. That's my theory. But I thought it was a very strange thing for President Biden to say, as if people are making their decisions whether or not to get vaccinated based on what a political pundit tells us, based on what President Trump says, based on any of that noise. Whether or not to get vaccinated is a health care decision. And people are legitimately concerned about their health. They're not listening to President Trump. They're not listening to pundits on Fox News. Yeah. They're listening to their doctors and doing their own research.
All right, everyone stand by. We'll have more after this break. Coming up, we're going to talk about a U.S. service member speaking out against the Biden vaccine mandates. We'll speak with him up next.